Yo, people. Okay, so within this truth movement or freedom movement, I call it the truth movement. Some people call it the newer people call it the freedom movement. Whatever, this movement that we're awakening, basically. Shit's going down at the moment, you know, and I've been calling people to call people out, as other people been calling people out, and that's the right thing to do because we're at a point where we need to sort out the real from the fake. And but ultimately, you know, what I say is obviously is like we're all awakening. We're all dealing with trauma from our lives. We're all dealing with trauma from this system which they've created. So regardless to the real ones and the fake ones, it's about who's leading. Like the real leads, you know, the fakes don't lead, but they're part of the awakening, and the fakes will have to awaken in their own way. But you need the people that are genuine, not in this for the celebrity, not in this for the money, that are in this because they understand there's a mass awakening of humanity going on, and ultimately they work for quote unquote God, the creator of all things, the source energy, which is love. So if you're not working for God, the creator, the source energy, which is love, if you're not working for that, then you shouldn't be in a leadership position. And in this movement at the moment, there's a lot of people that aren't doing it for the right reasons. So we need to call these people out. But this video particularly, what I'm talking about is like the stuff that's happening with Louise Hampton at the moment. And it's got messy. And I want to say respect to Metin and Aaron for calling this out, because this needs to be called out, because they've suffered enough and in silence, and the right thing and the manly thing is to call this shit out, so the other men that have suffered in such things understand how they deal with it. Because, you know, we live in a society where we're supposed to man up, and, you know, man up means you're supposed to be this macho type man or whatever, and you're not supposed to be able to deal with abuse from a female, whereas we all know that, like, females are the deadliest species in nature. You know, that's for a reason. So you know, we got to call this out, call it what it is. And when men stick together, when men become solid, that's God. That's the creator, that's the way forward, that's the new way, that's the way that they don't want, and they've kept us divided, but that is the way we should be. And it's the way it will become, but it takes time, and we're going through the birth into the new age, from the matrix. Matrix mean mother, mean matriarchal, do you understand? So we enter the new world, the golden age, which is of the Father, so we are children of the Father, or as my band says, sons of the tribe. So, but we're getting back to Louise. She's going through it at the moment, and now I've seen stuff like her talking about like killing herself and whatever else, which is obviously not what anyone wants. Call people out and for who they are. They need to be shown to the world who they are, but no one wants anyone to kill themselves over that. They need to heal. They need to understand who they are, and then they need to heal. So it's like, you know, we don't want no Caroline Flack business going on here, who is a similar situation to Louise, narcissistic, controlling, abusive, and then blames it on everyone else. And then when she gets found out, she killed herself. So we don't want that to happen to Louise Hampton. Like, regardless to what she's done or what she's done, we want her to get help. But this is a message for Louise. So if you watch this, Louise, I'm a seer, and I know that we've had, like, even though I've never spoken to you apart from on Facebook, I've seen you at protests, you see me at protests, and like, I had a psychic connection. I have connections with certain people, and I had one with you. And on the protest, one of the first protests, I saw you with a megaphone. And I'm a seer, so I see things. And I saw you with a megaphone, shouting. You were sort of on your own, and I see things, and I see into people's lives, their truth, their realness, because I am a healer. I'm still healing, but I am a healer. And it's like, and I saw just a little girl shouting for her dad. And, you know, even like talking about that now, I feel emotion with that, because that's like, you know, I felt your pain there. And that's it was heartbreaking. And so I seen a few of your posts to know that, like, your parents split up, and you know, I saw the picture of you when you showed a picture of you as a little girl running down like Buckingham Palace or whatever it was, like, and you said this is a bittersweet photo. So like, I'm putting a few things together, so I'm putting that. So like, you know, this is what with your posts, with anti-men posts and your blatant issues with men that you're transferring, because this is a term that psychologists use. When we transfer our problems, we all do it from one person to another, and this comes from the unconscious mind, not the conscious mind. It comes from the unconscious mind. That's why most people do it and they don't realize what they're doing. And we have to, as Carl Jung says, we have to make the unconscious conscious, or it will direct our lives, and we will call it fate. Carl Jung. You want to look into a great psychologist and mystic, Carl Jung, and just look at his quotes. They can change your life. So this is what I'm saying to you, Louise. I'm saying that you need to step back from this bullshit. You need to stop seeking celebrity fame and attention from men. That's never going to fulfill you until you look at what your problem is and who your problem is with, which I just suggested. And you need to go and speak to your dad, and you need to address this with your parents and deal with this, because this is the root of your problem, and you need to look at this. And you know what, Louise, I said to you on your Facebook, I've seen your divine light. So I've seen your good side. I've seen Aaron talking about you have got a good side. You have. I've seen that divine light, but I'm also not stupid enough to know that, like, you know, I've seen your other side. So you need to look at this, and you need to work on that, but you need to look at the root of the problem. So, you know, that's my message of compassion for Louise Hampton. But my message for the rest of everyone else, just keep calling people out. Like, and we need to clean this movement up. Anyway, I just thought I'd drop that message. Peace.